Hey guys, welcome back to the Blue Tiger Poker 10K Challenge. Just got back from vacation yesterday, so jumping right back into our regular schedule and hopefully getting a lot of play in the rest of this weekend. So didn't really get off to playing any while we were down there, so sorry I didn't get you guys any live poker or kind of telling you about anything while I was down there. So pretty much ended up just being a family vacation ordeal, so kind of enjoyed it. It was a good, nice little break, so back to getting to this grind. So right off, really again, last time I did a video, there really wasn't much traffic going on in Bravada, and still seems to be the same. Not much really, and as you can see, playing a lot of short-handed tables here and there. So it's just kind of different. So you're just going to get even shorter plays in on these guys. So looks like we do got some people setting short, and that is fine. So that flop's not too bad. We're going to take one stab. He's either going to continue here, and this bet he's either going to go away here, or he's not going to go away at all. So we're just going to go ahead and take that bet. Over here, we're just going to go ahead and continue on this one, and it was pretty wet. You know, there was some little bit of connecting, so this guy's been playing about every pot, so we'll kind of give this one up to him. And if he starts keeping these plays going on to us, we will start to play a little bit different. We had to put a 50-cent table in, so we got a double heart draw here, and so we are going to, I don't know, these guys, I didn't really expect these guys to go away at all, so it was pretty much we were looking to maybe hit something, big drawing hand or something. So in here, as soon as he called, we're just going to bet half. We're going to name our price. If he shoves, then we can go away in the hand. So kind of interesting. They're all checking. The board seems very connected to any of these guys, or even with their limping ranges or men calling ranges. So, you know, I expect if we did bet on this board, we would get called. So I think we're wasting money by doing so. And on this very short-handed table up here, our bet size is going to be a lot smaller because we're just going to try to play our positioning a lot. So yeah, like, you know, that guy's hand, as you see, we weren't going to get him to go away at all. So yeah, the Florida chip was nice. We did not encounter any rain. Beautiful skies while we were there, so that was very sweet. Weather even coming back, we had a delay coming back, but it wasn't about the weather, so it's pretty nice. So this guy will suck it out now. So I mean, as you can see, there's still like money to be made at these tables, even with them not that many going, and probably some of these other tables I see is probably got some of these other people who are sitting full on. Just regulars, so anytime this guy limps, we're probably going to raise it up and see if he's just going to be weak against us and try to take that free money while we can. Anytime he limps, that he shouldn't. So this guy's been playing a lot, so we're going to try to isolate this hand to him. He's the same guy that played 10-9 offsuit a while ago. And we did get another caller. It's a good board for us to see, but even in the two people here, and then he just bets pot. Pretty much. Is that right? Did he just bet pot? Yeah. Pretty close to it. That makes no sense. I mean, unless he's got a weak queen, like queen 10 or queen 9 or something. Here, we're just going to go ahead and raise, see if we can pick this up. He's got spades, he's going to continue. 7, he's going to continue. 2 pair. Thing is even if we bet there and he raises, what are we going to do? So we're hoping he might bet there with the 7. So here we're just going to see if we can get just a little bit more value out of him. Figured he'd call with a weak 8 or something like that. Don't want to bet it too much, so if he did like one of those stupid plays a lot of these guys will do is like min raise you. And we can still call that very profitably. And even if he made it like $6 there, probably would have to think a little bit. We don't have anything on the guy. I mean, hard to know. We've been here only a few hands. I think he just sit in. So probably would have called that because I don't know why he would just check the river. I mean, some of the weak players will check the nuts there on the river, but I think we'll probably call there just against him. And if you guys want to, we'll see what he had. Was it a weak 8? That's not the hand. No, he actually had pocket 10, so our 2 pair beat him here. So again, what was he waiting on the turn? I mean, if he's kind of weird, but he should have applied more pressure on the flop there when we bet. So I was going to say it, but we didn't have to. I was going to say this guy, if he bets there on that river, we're probably going to call. Cause the ace, man, this 50-cent table down here is kind of weird. And if you guys haven't been down to Florida on the Tampa side, the Gulf side, it's later this month. A lot of the people who come down and got homes down there will be leaving, so kind of opens up the area a little bit for you. It's not as crowded after usually Easter, so if you guys are looking for a trip maybe this summer, it's a good spot because people who own homes usually go up, back up north, mid-states and things like that. They want to be cooler. They don't like the hot heat, so be a definitely good trip. We're in the basically Longboat Key area, but if you're in the Clearwater area, it's very nice beaches and all the way down through there. So highly recommend to you guys if you hadn't been. It's very nice. It's kind of like island time almost. Things don't move at a fast pace, so if you're looking for relaxation, I would highly recommend that to you. And I might be a little rusty here and there on some of these spots against these people. So with the Jack High board, again, I don't think we have to bet much based on his stack size. And he could have 9-10 here, so the ace is a good card for us to see bet on. And if he raises us all in, the half pot bet. We definitely call there, and either he shoves and we fold here, or so he's got an ace. So he's a guy we can put some notes on him that he's going to call with just an ace high, with overs and stuff like that. So check our stack size. Probably will reload down there. On this pot up here, we're definitely going to be raising it up here. So, and again, player 2's been calling a lot out of position. As you can see, player 1 just did. So we actually got a big pot here going on. Hard draw, we're definitely going to pay. If somebody has a 9 set, they're probably checking it here. So, and if they got pocket 10s, we'll kind of see what they do here. Figure we're going to pick that pot up most of the time. So you got to think our 4 is probably the best hand. The guy just flatted, so he's probably on some type of spade draw, maybe some overs. So we're just going to combat again, really assuming that we had the best hand at that point. Usually when it's a limp pot around to you and you're in the big blind and you do flop a pair of some sort, especially on a double paired board, you're going to have the best hand majority of the time. What else? If you guys hadn't played on Bravada right before I left, they did make their hand histories downloadable, so you can either look at all the cards dealt and download them and look at them yourself. I don't know if anybody's figured out a way to really get them in the Hold'em Manager or anything like that yet. I hadn't been able to research. Like I said, got in yesterday, did a lot of work around the house here, so probably be researching that maybe later in the night and looking in that tomorrow, see if anybody's figured out anything about Hold'em Manager. If they have, I'll let you guys know maybe in the next video or something. But it's pretty cool. You can download it and it actually shows every card dealt throughout the hand, so whether somebody mucks or not, you can see everybody, you're just not going to remember. Good thing is about it is if you're like, oh, this is real sticky, maybe this guy was playing and you wrote down some notes about the hand, that's the way you got to do it. This guy was playing maybe like 50% and all of a sudden you get to the river and he shoves on you. So most of the time that's going to mean he's got the nuts. But if you're questioning and you did fold, you can actually be able to go back and see everybody's cards and see what other people were playing, and so you can kind of like maybe do a little bit better job of building ranges if you're noticing people are playing very small amounts and then people who play in larger amounts of hands. So it's very useful in that sense. It's one of those times where you've never been able to see everybody's cards at the table, so you can actually figure out, and sometimes you'll be like, well, what was that guy doing, he had the nuts the whole time and he won $1.25, so what good did it do him just to sit there? You should be betting something, trying to get a little value out of his hand. So it's either you're going to get a lot of value or you're going to get no value, and so if you don't take the shot early on, it means you're going to get no value. So very interesting. So guys stacked the other guy. So over here we do got some chips flying. This guy's playing pretty tight, so player 5 I don't look to get much money from him. Player 3 and player 1 is okay, and then player that hand was, I guess he had the weak straight of it. So just probably going to be seeing if we can drop that table out and get something else in, because when two guys, we're either going to have to be opening a lot more hands, but you see he was opening Jack 10, so we're going to have to be thinking a lot more on that table from a regular standpoint. And just my thing to you guys, if you're encountering that and you just there's no sense while you're at these tables to drop a table, move on. There will be something open up. You may have to wait a little bit, but especially when traffic comes back to Bravada, there's no sense to get on the table that's causing you frustrations, and so you should be able just to. Is this guy open? He hardly ever open raises. Oh, he called. So this is a good spot here to probably raise it up and see if we can either get a heads up with the 26 guy and get 124 to fold out. So we're getting half of his stack in, so we'll definitely make the call. He's got 3, so there's our queen. So he's got to either hit a 4 or a 3, and he hits a 3. Boo on that one. So like our chances, we were ahead, so he sucks it out, and he might head home after that hand. If he does, then it kind of sucks on our part, but once we make it 12, our stack to pot ratio is pretty much guaranteed to go ahead and get your stack in there with the hand we committed with at that point. But I don't even know if I got that out of my mouth. So you either had to hit a 4 for 4 of the straight, or you had to hit the 2 outer threes there. So I don't guess we got it in fast enough to reload. It's taking its time. So player 5 on that table is now sitting out, so it kind of maybe opens up our game a little bit. And it's a standard continuation bet. I believe he's the guy called with overs the last time. So, and if he shoves here, the 8. So if he's got 4 5, it'd be interesting to see. He's got ace 10. Apparently decided he wasn't going anywhere in the hand. Very weak play on his part. Don't really understand what his thought was. I guess he thought ace 10 was the best hand. So this table over here, we have second pair with the open-ended straight. We'll definitely take a half-pot stab. This guy's short stack, so we're either getting our money in against him. The queen of spades come off. So it's actually one of the worst cards we could actually hope to see. But we're actually going to make it just a tidbit on the side, because if he shoves, we fold here because he's looking for the spade. And then the queen. So, the ace. So probably going to be sick to see him roll over ace king or something like that, and he was hunting for the 10. So we're just going to have to check. It's either we call off with the king. Oh wow, we won. So I really don't understand, and his hand there is really weird. But we'll take those kind of wins. So he actually had king 9. So no spades whatsoever. King 9 offsuit. So he must like his 1 pairs. Well, we'll take that. We timed out down on the bottom table. So, and I believe Bravada is running another promotion during their World Series thing. Something, I'll have to look that back up for you guys. But I think it's if you play points, you can earn up to $200. I think for every 25 points or something like that, they release $10 to you. So definitely some free money you guys can pick up on and build that bankroll up some more if you're playing with a short bankroll. And the reason we didn't open this hand, because this guy's short, we're looking to probably get shoved, and they've been calling pretty much almost seems like a lot, probably in the 70% range, somewhere in that neighborhood. So definitely, you know, we're going to have to open a little bit better hands from now on against them. So we got a new guy come in. He's sitting here. I still like our positioning because we should be able to pound his blinds a lot. And then we have the loose guy who calls down with just his ace high. And then you have the guy who shoved 3s and got lucky. So, and they did call bigger bet sizing, so we're going to price it bigger to them. So even though you didn't call it there, we're still going to price our better hands to them at a higher premium. So we hit a set, so we're hoping he has a queen of some sort. And so this will probably look like we wanted to get off his queen. Unfortunately, he did not have it. So we were trying the price that we missed and was just continuation betting with a bigger bet size for that reason. But that was about it. Nothing great. So another looks like river set down here on the bottom table. So must be the thing today is river set with 2 outers. So player 4 here who hasn't really played much. Ended up getting that guy. Made a straight against him. So that was some of the good money left at the table. We still have player 3 and player 1. And we got player 2 over here who's been pretty loose with his money also. So probably not a bad board for us to take a stab at. And we'll see what he does. So he bets 3 into us. So the straight hits and the club draw, and if he has a 7, we could have been dead the whole time. But we were looking to try to pick it up. He checked, so he could have had a 5 of some sort. It was drawed, and then he got lucky. So still like our play there. Over here, looks like another limp pot. So hopefully the action picks up here. This is really not much going on. Again, I'm looking over there and not seeing any tables that are better than what we have popping up. So this is a hand I like to just go ahead and, if it was suited, maybe look to call, but here with everybody's limping, we're definitely going to do it. And we have the ace and we have the bottom draw, so can't really ask for a better flop than that. And I'll probably, if this guy shoves it, we'll probably call, especially with our open-ended now. We're definitely just going to put him all in. He could be doing it with a king-queen, like he called us off top pair last time. So he likes to call the big bet on the flop. So we're going to be doing that same bet a lot of times because he likes to call with his over pairs any sort. So, and then when we picked up the equity of the draw, we're actually shoving it as a semi-bluff, but we still can hit our hand and get paid off, even though he's got a little bit left. But from the pot side, even if he shoved into us, I don't think we're going to fold with the open-ended draw and maybe still the ace being live at that time. But our 50-cent table down here at the bottom, it's just, they're loose. So we're hoping to get us some better hands so we can make some money down there on these cats. And they're not setting full stack. So as you can see, player 4 and player 1 and player, I think, 3 over here have been pretty loose with their money. And we look just to pretty much, when we get in the hand, to go ahead and wipe them out at that time. if you guys have got anything you really want to see done, or got a hand you want to talk about that you've played, probably this from this episode. So this is the April 14th episode. Once I post it, I'll probably take the first 4 hands that people send in. Once it's posted, in the next video I shoot after that, I'll probably kind of review some of those hands during some of the dead spots. If I don't get it during that video, and if we got action the whole time during the whole video, then we'll probably get it next. But for the next video, for some of the viewers who have a hand where they've got in, got stuck, or got questions of how they played the hand, and want a free review of that hand, just basically go ahead and email it to admin@BlueTigerPoker.com, and then the hand history, and then our next thing, and then kind of put where you got stuck in the hand, who you were up against, how they were playing, as much information as you can, so we can give you the best of how you should have played the hand from that. So, alright guys, it looks like we're going to be wrapping it up right here at the end of this, and so play a couple more hands, and then we're going to call it quits for this episode. And like I said, follow us on Twitter if you're not already doing so, and that's BlueTigerPoker. So give us that, and in the comments, give us comments. Subscribe to the channel on Blue Tiger Poker channel on YouTube, and give us some thumbs up down there in the likes. And so, alright guys, well that's it. So until next time, good luck at the tables.